All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am at Tron Chain. All right, and when you come to Tron Chain, which the URL is, let's put this on here. Okay, so the URL is TRX Chain.io. Now remember, in order to check things like the smart contract or for you to be able to withdraw funds or what have you, you'll need to be logged in to your TronLink wallet. Now, I don't know if you've gotten to setting up your TronLink wallet just yet. You may not have gotten to that particular training module. If so, don't worry about it, okay? All right, don't worry about it. All right, so now let's go back here. And I just want to show you what I'm going to be teaching this from so you can go back and look at this at your leisure. All right, so I'm at TronChain.io. I come, all right, so here it is right here, okay? I come to where it says guide, left click. Okay, now we're going to be talking about the compensation. All right, this is very straightforward, but I want to make sure you get it. All right, so first and foremost, when you make a contribution, all right, now, so I want to go on and start setting this up now, and we'll go into the full details with the following modules, okay? So what you're going to decide is you're going to decide the amount of funds you are willing to contribute. You're not going to borrow money for this, and you're not going to put your family in harm's way, okay? All right, so you're going to decide how much you're willing to contribute. All right, now we're ultimately going to show you how to convert the amount of money. Let's say if you were looking at US dollar terms, how to convert that into Tron or TRX. So you often hear me refer to it as either Tron or TRX, okay? All right, so for the purposes of this example, let's say that a person said, well, I'm going to do 1,000 US dollars, okay? All right, it can be far less than that. It can be far less than that, okay? So one of the things we're going to teach you is you're going to take the $1,000, you're going to divide that by the going rate of Tron. And the purposes of our trainings, I'm going to say Tron's going for 2.6 cents. And that would be 0.026 is how you would denominate that, okay, in US dollar terms. Now, by the time you're seeing this, who knows what Tron's going to be going for. But it's been hanging around that 2.6 cents arena for quite a while, okay? All right, so give me a moment. All right, so now I'm not factoring in any fees, you know, to buy Bitcoin and convert it to Tron or what have you. I'm just using $1,000, and I'm really just using $1,000 here for nice round numbers, okay? All right, so in this example, you would be committing, I'm just going to use nice round numbers here, okay? You'd be committing about, let's call it 38,000 Tron. Okay? All right. So, 38,000 Tron at 2.6 cents per Tron is about 38,000. Again, I'm using nice round numbers, okay? Now, what's going to happen here is, as I'm going to show in the next module and really go into a lot of detail, I just want to do this as a base point. I just want to do this as a base point for you beginning to understand the compensation side, okay? All right, so 38,000 Tron. What we're going to do is we're going to have you have a main contract, and then you're going to start off with a subcontract. Your main contract will be your income producing contract, and your subcontract meaning you're going to have the main contract refer, you're going to self-refer a subcontract, okay? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use a 1, and this is going to be your main contract, to 2, this is going to be your subcontract. Now, you're ultimately going to have, if you follow what we teach, no less than 15 subcontracts, all right? You're not going to get started with that unless you have, you know, a large amount that you're starting off with, okay? But if you were doing 1,000 US dollars, or 500 US dollars or 100 US dollars or 3,000 US dollars. You would start off with just one main contract and then one subcontract, and then everything else that will happen will come from profits. Okay? All right. So we're going to have a 1-to-2 ratio. So in this example, all right, we're dealing with 38,000 Tron. Give me a moment. So the way we're going to figure this out, 38,000 Tron, the main contract is going to be 33% of the 38,000 Tron. All right, and we can, excuse me, 38,000 times 0.33. All right, and we can round up, round down, or what have you. So let's say that the original contract or the main contract is 12,500. Okay, and then what you're going to do, all right, so this is your main contract. All right, and then the subcontract, the first subcontract is going to be 50,000. I'm sorry, 25,000, excuse me. So your subcontract, okay, your self-referred contract. So this is you, all right, you're registering with your referrer. Then what happens here is you then are going to register your first subcontract, and that subcontract should be double your main contract. All right, so if you did 5,000 Tron on the main, you would do 10,000 on the sub. If you did 10,000 on the main, you do 20,000 on the sub. If you did 50,000 on the main, you do 100,000 on the sub. That's going to be very, very key. Okay. All right. So this is what I'm going to be referring to: 12,500 in the main contract, 25,000 in the subcontract, for the purposes of this particular module. Now, in other modules, I may use different numbers. Okay. All right. So let's go to work.